also want to talk about the murder of my best friend in first grade. Brandon was killed by being raped so horrifically they tore a hole in his colon. He went septic. After 2 days, his family reached out for help. The veterinarian, Bernie Brockman, went to aid my friend Brandon, who was dying of sepsis. But the infection was too far gone, and there was no antibiotic that could help Brandon. He died the next day. My parents openly talked in front of me about what was going on in the cult. When I knew that Brandon was dying, I jumped out of the window to escape my family, and I ran down to the house. To get there, just as Bernie was putting the corpse of my friend, wrapped in a green tarp with brass eye hooks, into the trunk. I was not able to save the life of my friend. I immediately went to some Christians that lived down the street. I told them about the murder of my friend and about the ritual pedophile abuse and murder that goes on regularly. He went to the police. The police told him, "We know what goes on in Arden, but we can't do anything about it." The reason the police can't do anything about it is because the Illuminati trillionaires and billionaires that control your society, your economy, your politics, they have the money for secret armies of assassins. They control the media. They can set you up and knock you down 100 ways to Sunday. They own you. They own this place. You're their slave. And until you stand up to them, you're going to die. And you're going to die soon. That's all I got to tell you. But there is a chance if you activate your consciousness, because this is a consciousness-driven holodeck. In Brandon's death, after my friends, the Christians, could not help, what they did with me for trying to get them and put in jail for murder, they electroshocked my brain until I didn't know my name. They made sure there was no short-term memory associated with the murder of my friends. They wiped my brain clean. So I lived the rest of my childhood and early adult life as a zombie, literally. So the cult was openly able to talk about things in front of me because I was so disassociated and mind controlled. I had one foot in reality and one foot in La La Land. He got away with the murder of Brandon. But 10 years later, his brother moved back to the area, and he started investigating the cult and taking notes on who was involved. Brad was set up by the Illuminati and shot 13 times. They then threw some drugs into the car they shot him in and said, well, it was just a drug deal gone wrong. They shot him 13 times for the Council of 13, which rules America, so that the police would know it was an Illuminati hit and they were not to investigate, which they did not do. They just let it go. Just drug dealers killing each other, no big deal. Keep walking. My father had a friend who was a janitor at the junior high school where he worked. His name was Conrad. He would pay Conrad to allow him to abuse his 3-year-old daughter. Eventually, because Conrad had a conscience and the money didn't satisfy his conscience, he rebelled from my father and told him he was going to the police to report his pedophile activity. My father laughed at him and said, "You don't really know the game here, do you, sucker?" 2 detectives were sent to tell Conrad that if he didn't kill himself, he would be arrested for pedophilia. Conrad then drove his car into a bridge abutment at 110 miles an hour and killed himself. He did what he had to do to protect his family. Because you better believe the Illuminati threatened his daughter and his wife. So, I just want to say, if you don't believe that the police are controlled and the military are controlled by dark occultists, you need to study, you need to get your head out of the sand. The government is building 200 biological weapons facilities in America. They're going to store level 4 weaponized anthrax, Ebola, and other things in a level 2 containment facility. This will facilitate major outbreaks from these laboratories. So, once they get these 200 labs built, they'll open up a can of biological whoop-ass on your ass. And good luck with that. You're going to need it. There are so many ways you're being killed. The cell tower radiation, the poison in the food. I could talk for days about it. I'm sick of talking. This is a consciousness holodeck. If you continue to live a consciousness where you don't care about anyone but yourself, you're going to reap that consciousness. And you're going to live to regret. All I can say is, there's only one mentality in the universe my father feared. My parents knew that this was a consciousness holodeck that's being run, at least on Earth, by negative entities. But that's all they are, entities. They need your cooperation in order to fulfill their dark agenda. Basically, all I have to say is walk away and form a new, fair society. There's nothing in this for you. Thank you, and start learning.